How should you fuel for a half marathon? Well, there will never be a correct answer. But the way I eat has allowed me to run a 50K in under 4 months of training while putting on over 8 pounds of muscle in the process. And this same fueling strategy is what's going to get me to my sub 130 half marathon goal in April. Good morning. It is around 7:45 right now. A little bit tired in the mornings, as you always are. I've been up for about 15 minutes, but I like to pre-make my meals the night before, pretty much just so I can save time in the morning, 1. 2, it's just simple. I can get a lot of carbohydrates in with a pre-made breakfast and electrolytes in with this drink. In this drink, I have an LMNT packet, which is about 1,000 milligrams of sodium, which contains so much electrolytes, which I need it for my run. And in here, if I had to guess, this is oat bran and honey, maybe 70 grams of carbs. And the reason I am consuming these two things before a workout, which I'm gonna go hit in like 10-15 minutes, is because carbohydrates are energy and sodium, I don't know exactly why I need it, but the electrolytes in it I know are huge for runners. And the fueling strategy that I follow is very heavy on eating carbs around workouts, which includes before and after my workouts, just so I can be properly fueled through them and hit a harder workout each time that I run or that I lift. Lord, we got a 4-mile recovery run. I like to add 1 mile in the beginning to my recovery run because I don't want to do a 3-mile recovery run. That is like not long for me at the point where I'm at in my running right now. And I know it's a recovery run, but I like to hit a little bit more miles because of the clarity that it gives me in my head, because running is just such a clarity booster for me. Without it, I feel like everything is overwhelming to me, and running gives me just so much clear thinking time in my head. So I really like to just get out there and run for at least a couple of miles a day if I can. I do take 2 rest days a week, but if I don't run, I feel the difference on the days in the amount of work I can get done, in the amount of stress I can tolerate, in the amount I could push myself, and just the overall quality of that day. It allows me to show up as the person who I want to be, and without it, I really do have a hard time fully doing the things I want to do because my head will just be going when running calms everything down.
Love was holding all the cards and always kept me in the dark. I never thought I could shake this heartache until I saw your light, and it's got me feeling like life is good, yeah.
In the hybrid athlete / running lifting space, you come across a lot of people who are high achievers, who know what they want, who look like they have it all together, when in reality, nobody does. And you come across a lot of other people's thoughts and opinions, which, because they are high achievers, you think, I have to do exactly what this person's doing so I can get to that point where they are. But in reality, there is no perfect routine for anybody. And it has taken me probably about 2 years to realize this. Everybody's life is different, and what may be optimal for you may not be optimal for somebody else. I've gone through about probably 1.5 to 2 years of following strict routines, which are a good thing, but they were based off other people's days, which led me to sacrifice some of my own personal values in order to follow other people's paths, because I want the same thing that they want, but my journey to getting there is going to be totally different. Cooper, looper. I'm just joking. Super light run. I really enjoy these kind of nice, easy runs. I don't have to worry about anything. It gives me time to kind of refocus and reset. I ran a little over 4 miles at a 9-minute per mile pace, so that's like slightly under 40 minutes. So nothing crazy. It's just a nice kind of recovery run so my body can reset after the days I have been running. Right now, the mood has been boosted, and that is why I go on these runs. It is to reset my mind. It is not really for the physical benefit, but for the mental benefits. A lot of people in the fitness industry, there's a switch that these people have. They can turn it on and off, and some people have trouble turning on, and some people have trouble turning off their switch. And the switch is like your switch to focus, to lock in, to go. And I am a person who has trouble turning off their switch. I can keep going, constantly be pushing, but when it's time to reflect, relax, reset, I have trouble doing that because I feel like I'm not going as hard as I can be at my goals, and it's just feelings of like I could be doing so much better and I want to keep pushing. And I think part of that is just being a guy and wanting to improve and testosterone and achieving goals. But over these past couple of months through running, it has given me the ability to understand that turning off the switch will actually allow you to achieve your goals at a faster rate, always constantly going, because an hour and a half of good concentrated work is better for me a lot of the times than if I did 3 or even 4.5 hours of lackluster, my mind is fried work. And that requires me to take time to relax, to take time to sit down and play a board game with my dad or go out and hang out with my friends. This run is now wrapped up, and the mother actually got some groceries, which means the fridge is full and I can carb up and explain why I eat carbs around my meals so I can gain energy. If you have come to know me, you know a classic post-run meal for me is oats and some sort of fruit with a little bit of honey. And the reason that this meal is classic for me is because it has a lot of carbohydrates. And as we know, a big part of my fueling strategy is actually carbohydrate intake. Because carbs are energy and I just used a lot of energy on my run, I need to refuel my body with the carbohydrates that it needs, so later on in the day I can lift to my full potential with the full amount of energy in my muscles, and so I'm not depleted for my run tomorrow, so I can hopefully hit this sub 130 half marathon goal, because I need to train hard in my workouts if I want to hit it. I also have my electrolyte drink here. It's another one of those LMNT packets, and during my run, even though it's cold out, I'm wearing a sweatshirt, I sweat, and a lot of electrolytes get lost through my sweat. And I know electrolytes are such an important part of running. I don't exactly know the functions that they have, but I know that you need a lot of them in your systems to run for long distances at a pretty fast pace, and you lose a lot of them through sweating. I do try and focus on making my meals as tasty as possible because food is amazing and I love food. And I don't think I could ever get sick of this meal because it is just a sweet and delicious combo that is nutritious, high in carbs, easy to make. I can make it day after day and I won't get sick of it.
In the middle of the night, there's still so much light all around. They say walking is for fools, but that isn't what I found. When the city never sleeps, I sleep to get around. Hey! All of my friends are talking about moving out. They need a little room to breathe, find some land of their own where they can just stay for 50 years to love every day. That garden, you know you gotta grow it, and the grass
gym, and it turned out to be a pretty good leg day. I was actually pretty focused, and my hamstrings and quads definitely felt a solid burn. And with this meal in front of me, incredibly high in protein, and that is what I aim for my third meal of the day, because I don't have to worry about any more workouts for the day, and I can just focus on getting in the protein that I need so my body can rebuild the muscle and the fatigue that I created during my run and my lift. And that's what this protein does. You may be a little bit concerned with the amount of chicken I have here. I have some rotisserie chicken and I have some canned chicken. Sounds gross, but it's actually really tasty. And I normally have Greek yogurt on the lineup, but we're out of it. We accidentally didn't click the button to buy some for the groceries. It is what it is. But this is just a nice, quick, easy meal, which I love. I don't like wasting time cooking. I'm a big fan of just having easy, ready-to-go meals. That's one of the main reasons why I meal prep for the week, so I can save some time and have my meals prepared for me when I'm ready to eat them. I also have a little bit of fruit here just because it's tasty and I need some extra carbs. I do aim for 3,500 calories on the day in total and 165 grams of protein. So I have little things like fruit in here just to get some extra calories alongside each meal. But this is like my main protein meal, so I can rebuild and recover all the muscle and fatigue I created from my run and my lift. Hopefully getting me closer to my sub 130 half marathon goal and putting on a little bit of muscle in the process. Alrighty, dinner is served. The mother, while cooking this, almost burnt down the house with these bergs. She's right over here.
I think we were safe. It wasn't almost burnt down.
It was pretty close.
It was the situation.
I think this is the biggest potato I've ever seen in my whole entire life. It was 1 pound and 4 ounces. Just gonna add some salt on there and absolutely devour that potato. The fueling strategy for dinner, though, it really doesn't matter for me. My mom cooks up absolutely amazing meals, and I like to enjoy them at the end of the day. Like tonight we have a burger, broccoli, potato, and some mushrooms and onions. So I just made sure to add enough of everything on my plate to hit my macro goals, and mainly focusing on the protein and the calories, because I need enough calories to maintain the amount of energy I can so I can run these distances and lift enough weight to put on muscle and get faster for the sub 130 half marathon goal. But dinner is a time where I get a lot of variety in my diet, and that's pretty much the goal, because I eat the same thing for breakfast every single day. My post-run meal is the same every single day, and a lot of the times my high protein meal is the same every single day. So this meal at the end of the day is where I spread out and get the other nutrients that I need for the rest of the day, and it's perfect because it switches up every single day and it's a little bit of a surprise. I've fallen victim to overthinking my diet, and it causes a lot of stress around meals and food. But when I started to keep it simple and just eat carbs before my workouts, protein after my workouts, and I consumed a wide variety of fruits, veggies, meats, and grains, that's not only when my training, but my life transformed as well.